Mitch Keller is going to be out for the season. He was placed on the 60-day IL with an injury to his right throwing shoulder. And it's a tough break. I understand that there are people that are rightfully so hard on Mitch Keller. He was supposed to be the vet of this group, the only vet of this group of starting pitchers, and he was supposed to be the guy that helped alleviate pressure from the other guys because he could go out there and consistently go 6, 7 innings and hopefully a little bit more. But he wasn't that this season. 6-8 record in 22 games, 5.29 ERA, which is the highest that he has had in a season since 2021. And coincidentally, this is also going to be his first IL stint since 2021. So I don't know when this started to become an issue for Mitch Keller, but it's just unfortunate that in a season where the Pirates are as close as they have been in a decade to making a run for the playoffs, that Mitch Keller has to now watch that from the sidelines, being one of the two longest tenured members of the Pirates. Now, here's the thing about Keller. Is the last outing in Cincy a result of the injury, or is it just the fact that he struggled in Cincy? 2 innings pitched, 7 earned runs, 6 hits, 4 walks, and 2 home runs allowed. That's probably the worst start he's had all year, in a year where he's had some pretty bad starts. But going into it, he had pitched 2 of his better games of the entire season. At the Yankees, he went 5 scoreless innings, giving up just 3 hits and striking out 6. And then in that huge series against Arizona, he was the only one to get the team to a win. 5 1/3 innings pitched, 2 earned runs allowed on 6 hits, and 1 walk and 4 Ks. It felt like he was starting to gain momentum. We talked about that on the Burgh breakdown. And then he has 1 rough outing, and now he's on the IL and his season is over. So it's a tough break for Mitch Keller. And yes, I wouldn't disagree that you might get slightly better by putting Carmen Mlodzinski into the rotation, especially now that you backfilled his spot in the bullpen with Lake Bacher. But now it's time for Mlodzinski to prove it. He made it known that he was not happy moving back to the bullpen, that he wanted to be a starter. This is what he's wanted all year long. Now's his chance to go out there in a very important time for this organization to prove that he should have been a starting pitcher all along. If you look at the numbers, to say that he's a better reliever is not just a truthful statement, but it's a very, very obvious statement. As a starter this year, in 9 games played, Carmen Mlodzinski had a 2-3 record, but a 4.3 ERA over 44 innings pitched. Meanwhile, as a reliever, in 16 appearances, he had a 4-0 record, 2.15 ERA in 50 1/3 innings pitched. So he is twice the pitcher that he is in the bullpen that he is as a starter. And yet, it's still going to be a slight improvement for the Pirates on the mound over what Mitch Keller has been able to provide throughout this season. So I love where the Pirates currently stand. And it's even better that they were able to go out there and get a massive victory over the Milwaukee Brewers on Monday to start what is becoming a very, very important series. I mean, every series now is going to be important. But if you look at what the Pirates were able to do, backfilling his bullpen spot for Mlodzinski to help make up for the fact that he's moving on to become a rotation piece again. Adding Lake Bacher, who has gone at least 2 innings or more in 17 of his 38 appearances this year for Miami. And also, it feels like they've been kind of starting to calibrate Yohan Ramirez to become that more consistent long relief pitcher, going over an inning pitched in 3 consecutive games leading into the MLB trade deadline. So you have 2 pieces there to help fill the role that Carmen Mlodzinski leaves behind as he heads for the starting rotation. But an exciting day nonetheless for the Pittsburgh Pirates. Now they have to really go out there and prove it. It's on the players. It's on Don Kelly and his staff to go out there and prove that the front office was right to believe in them and not only not sell, but aggressively add and completely restructure their bullpen. The good thing for them is the schedule lightens up pretty substantially over the final 2 months of the season. Only 5 of their final 15 series are against teams that are currently sitting in playoff position, not including this current series against Milwaukee. That would be 6 of 16. But again, 2 of those series are against Milwaukee, who the Pirates are now 6-1 against as we sit here today. So the opportunity is in front of them. Can they make that ground back up? Can they surpass the 2 teams in front of them right now in the wild card race, who are not in but above the Pirates, in the Miami Marlins and the San Diego Padres? And can they chase down one or both of the Philadelphia Phillies or Arizona Diamondbacks? It's going to be a lot of fun to keep an eye on, and the Pirates, I think, have given a lot of hope with what they did over the past 72 hours at the MLB trade deadline.